What is Sly's Famous Diner, man?
Sly's Famous Diner is a southern food restaurant. It's also an outreach organization. It's a prayer room. It's a meeting room. It's a classroom. It could be a mentoring room. Whatever it could be, it's helping someone else improve their everyday life.
Sly's Famous Diner pretty much is it doesn't have one set identity. It's just you take on what's presented to you and you make it the best, whether it be for yourself or for the people around. With the main directive being those people around.
But the soul food is definitely the kick.
Hey, ain't nothing to tie family together like some soul food, man.
I just try to live each day. Sly's, I love comforting every morning coming to this building. Whatever it comes with the day, I just attack it.
I was just gonna be pouring all that food, and I put an order in. DeMarcus, I love y'all, but y'all crazy. They probably wondering where I'm at. I'm in the car.
God really saved me and really into doing this. He really helped me. He gave me the vision to just keep doing it. Don't care what people say or do. Just do what you gotta do. And he brought me out of a dark place, and I was at a point where I was at suicide, and I had a gun in my head. And you wouldn't know that unless I told you, but I try to tell people, like, just keep pushing. Like, you don't know what people are going through. And so I'm very grateful to be here and doing this interview, and I hope this really touched someone, because I love telling. It makes me feel good when I tell my story, so it really made me open up the doors here, man. It's been a blessing what a year has brought to Sly's Famous Diner in Richmond County and into my life as a whole, so I'm definitely on the road to about 20 more years.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. I'm good.
So could you tell us about the day that you lost your brother?
Yeah, man, it was April 19, 2018. I was in school at the time, bro. I was at St. Hills Community College.
You was like at the school?
Yeah, I was in school, you know what I'm saying. But at the time, I was home. And I had just got back from Charlotte. He was supposed to go with me. But some friends of his and the female, I hit him up that day. He was like, so he didn't come with me. I got back home and it was around 9:17. I remember I got a call from his friend. I didn't answer the first call. So I was on the game and I was with my bros. Then I received the second call. I answered that call, and when I answered, it was straight screaming. And I was like,
who called you?
It was my friend Tino. And I could just tell something was wrong. He was like, bro, they shot your brother. And I immediately stopped, froze.
You think it was real?
I didn't think it was real. I was like, man, come on, something going, like, what's wrong? Like, what's something? This ain't right. Like, come on now. Like, stop playing with me. Man, and then he's like, nah, he was crying. The way he was crying, I was like, okay, he ain't playing around. He was like, get to the hospital. Man, I shot straight to the hospital. The worst thing was giving my mom the call. Because to this day, I regret the way I called her. I called her because I was in adrenaline rushing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then to this day, I think I should have calmed down. Like, it wasn't no calm in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
So how you
the way I called her, she answered. She was like, help. Like, she was like, hello. And I was like, Mom, he gone. Like, he shot. Somebody shot him in the head. And she could just tell, like she immediately started screaming. She didn't say, what's wrong? She just started screaming. So I was like, to this day, I just regret putting it on her that way. Just because I was in the heat of the moment on the way to the hospital. And man, we got to the hospital. We was looking for him, and by the time we got there, he was in the hospital. He was in a helicopter going up to Chapel Hill. And the craziest thing about this day, man, I have friends, Mondo, Carlos, Kanan, Sellers.
All your best friends?
Yeah, all my homies. They beat me to the hospital, man.
That's real, man.
They beat me and my family 2 hours away to the hospital in Chapel Hill and was in the waiting room waiting for me. It was like, we in surgery. They were trying to save him. And I just won't hearing it. I'm not trying to like keep it negative, but I was in the zone to where I was just won't hear nothing. I was just like, I just got to see him. I just need to see him. Like, then when I see him, I'll be fine.
Right.
Like, none of that stuff you talking right now really matters. Like, but then we got there. We waited for he was in surgery for about 45 minutes to an hour. I had other family members get there and arrive. People that I didn't even know, part of my family, got there. And we was all in a room. Doctor came in about an hour later. He told us that he didn't make it. And he told us that it was a feeling in my body I ain't never felt before. It's like my whole body went cold, and I felt like immortal, I guess. But my whole body just went cold, bro, and I just wanted to hit something. First thing I wanted to hit something. And I almost hit the wall, but my family members right there behind me, they hold me down. And they gave us the opportunity to go see my brother, bro. And first thing I did when I saw his body on the bed, I shook his hand.
Right.
I shook his hand, man, and I don't know if it was his nerves or something, but I felt like a little tingle, a little twinge. I don't know what it was. I just felt a twinge in his hand when I shook his hand, bro, and it was like clarification, like
it was a connection to your brother, man.
Like I'm good, I guess. And like, bro, I just from that day on, just like the dark days started though. Dark days started after that day. But if you look at me now, you would not tell that I had any dark days. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for God giving me the opportunity to still be here.
We know overall that your brother was in an accident and you guys rushed to the hospital. You ain't have too much of the story, but can you tell us what actually happened to him to get him to that stage in the hospital?
Yeah, starting at the beginning, he just met a female that he was talking to through church. He met her through church, and they was reading the Bible together. From what he told me, they was reading the Bible together.
She essentially was a
good
girl.
Yeah, a good girl that he could probably see himself with, I guess. And just one day, I did know that she was in an abusive relationship before him. Well, I found that out after he passed, but she had an ex-boyfriend that was, I guess, wasn't over her, I guess you could say. And she didn't let him know. I guess he was in like kind of a blind spot right there. And one day, on that day, she asked him well, he needed his hair done, and she told him she could do hair. So it was his first time going to her house, and he let my mom know that he was going over there, such and such, and to get his hair done. He'll be back, and I guess he got over there. I can't talk too much on it, but from what the main thing is she was on social media, Snapchat, and had his head in there, and has seen it or whatever, and I guess him still staying there frequently, I guess, made him feel powered, him feeling he's been disrespected, I guess, and he drove up 30 minutes from McCall, South Carolina, busted through the back door and killed him. Shot him twice, shot him 3 times, one in the head. And he had a shot to a hand, so I'm guessing he was blocking, defending himself, you know what I'm saying? And then he had one to the stomach. He was shot with a 380.
Was there an investigation after all of that?
Yeah, it was an investigation going. I can't really speak too much on it, but I can tell you that it takes a process. It's been 2 years, well, going on 3 now, and it's still not over. And I just say everything, each person gets treated fairly.
In the court system?
And definitely in the court system, you know. All the I's gotta be dotted, all the T's gotta be crossed, so.
Something being done though.
Yeah, it's in the work. It just takes a process, and it's just something you just gotta keep living with, I guess.
And I know your support system and your mother, they gonna be with you all throughout anything y'all face.
Definitely until this. I mean, even when it's done, it still ain't gonna be like the pain, thoughts and stuff ain't gonna go away, but there'll be a little bit of pressure going on, I guess you can say.
All right. Something you said earlier, I know that with what happened with your brother, it was very traumatic for you, and there's some information I know that's drilled hard into your mind. You said he was killed with a 380.
Yeah.
And when you said that,
now I'm like, I push a concealed carry class with my mom.
I see that.
Just try to keep. Not even in this world right now. It's just things ain't clear.
Right.
It's like you don't know what's around the corner.
So to prevent something like this happening to someone else,
you
teach that.
Teach one. Even if you don't want the gun. Even if you just need to know what happened in situations. You know, situation is good for you. You know the rules, what you can face, if something happened, situations. We teach these classes. And if you do attend this class, we want you to ask these questions. Anything, like somebody try to rob you, such and such, anything, we want you to ask these questions so you know knowledge is power.
Indeed, I'm glad
and we need all the knowledge we can get.
Amen. I'm glad you took this situation and turned it into a positive, even though, like you say, you was about to start just punching walls and stuff like that. Instead of breaking down and self-destructing, you took that same energy and attitude to reaching out to others. My question now is, what would you say to everyone out there, to everybody that may see this, everybody you may touch in the future? What would you say about family?
Family is the key.
Give it to me real now.
It's a key to your journey.
Right.
It's a major key to your journey. Without my family, I probably wouldn't be here doing this interview right now. Without my family, I probably wouldn't be alive right now. But family is a key to any individual, and I try to touch anyone that doesn't have a family. If you don't have a family, I am your family. I can be your family. I don't have to know you, but I can be here for you if you need help. If you need someone to talk to get something off your mind, you can have someone there for you. So family can be friends.
Hey, yo, friend, let's go.
Your pastor can be your family. Or your family can be your family. As long as you have love for others, you are my family.
people have a lot of money, but they don't do positive things with it. I ain't got all the money, but it's on laid on my heart to do something, so I'm gonna do it. So right now I'm on my lunch break, ain't got nothing but an hour. I'm headed right now to this little spot where I know homeless people at, and I'm about to pass out like 20 burgers and half a pies, man.